Images that portray part of Kenya's history, perhaps the darkest period for its citizens. Images that now underscore the importance and inform the basis
Nitakuwa mwaminifu
of the formation of an independent electoral body to handle the crucial process of selecting the country's next leadership under the new constitutional dispensation. The important task of selecting the team that will take the mantle from the Isaka Sad-led Interim Independent Electoral Commission given to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission Selection Panel, chaired by Dr. Ekuru Okot.
What we have chosen to do as a selection panel, we are not bothered with those rumors.
Words bringing to life the controversy that now surrounds the selection of the members who will be at the helm of the Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission.
We only applied a tool that derives its authority from the Constitution and the enabling law.
Only a few were bound to be shortlisted based on a rigorous criteria.
A criteria that has been the breeding ground for controversy from various quarters, especially after the final list of 44 candidates was announced. A list that left out key players from the soon-to-be defunct IEBC, including Commissioners Davis Chirichir and Winnie Gishu, who were instrumental in the integration of information technology at the Commission that eventually saw the successful incorporation of the electronic registration, voting and tallying system.
I think all of them should have been invited to the final interview.
We don't want to see a situation where it is people who are sitting in a little corner and deciding who will be the candidates.
We can never satisfy everybody anyway.
But the controversy continues to build up. Political analysts believe that members from all sides of the political divide seek to have a hand in deciding just who will sit in the new commission and, by extension, monitor the electoral process. And the furrow about the current recruitment exercise continues.
We don't want to get 2012 election rigged in 2011.
Wale wamechaguliwa ni watu wako na ujuzi ya chini kuzidi wale wamefungiwa nje.
Watakaguliwa sawasawa, alafu tukaweka vizuri mzuri na alignment sawasawa.
The panel has been set up in accordance with the law. Now, the panel must be given the opportunity to carry out their part of the process within the terms of what the law provides.
This presents a problem in that even before the panel selects a team, there is already discomfort about its future composition and the inherent danger of giving the yet-to-be-instituted Independent Electoral Boundaries Commission a bad name and a false start. What then should the commission do?
The ideal thing for them now, that there is quite a lot of political noise around this, is for them to come out transparently to explain to all of us that this is what we considered.
We had about first, second and third shortlisting criteria.
At the first stage, the selection panel looked at the basic requirements to qualify.
Did they have a first degree? Did they respond to the advert as it was required?
Cutting the number from 437 to 300.
In the second shortlisting, we now zeroed in on technicalities. Do you know, for example, the geographical location of this country? How have you, are there any issues around you?
This further reduced the list to 121, and the final stage that brought the list to 44 was based on merit and gender issues. The panel is expected to come up with a list of 30 names and forward them to the two principals, who will pick 8 names for vetting by Parliament. Selection for the position of chairman is yet to be done, but the law requires that 3 names for position of chairman be forwarded to the principals to pick 1 for parliamentary approval. The commission will have 8 commissioners and a chairman. Coupled with this is the predicament surrounding the election date. The cabinet proposed an amendment of the constitution to move the date from August 14th to December 17th, saying it will require more time, for example, to establish tenets of the budget in order to fund the election cycle. But is this a practical solution?
It is infinitely worse and really totally indefensible to do that in a situation where you're dealing with a constitution that has been popularly adopted by the people.
In fact, it should be the other way around, that administrative issues such as budget issues, the budget cycle issues, should be changed to fit into the frame of the Constitution.
There is no doubt that it is critical to set up a credible and transparent electoral body that will oversee successful elections. just as having an acceptable and constitutionally recognized election date. But will we see a situation where the political impulses of the leaders steer the course of the country in the right direction? Will the written laws be adhered to? Most importantly, will the interest of Kenyans be treated as priorities or just mere options? Willis, Raburu for the 2012 Kibaki Succession Series.